I've always been a fan of bite-sized aesthetically pleasing indie games. I loved Florence, If Found, Journey, and Sayonara Wild Hearts. So many of these great indies fit that theme, and so I was excited to hear that Iris Fall was coming to PS4, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox One this year. Originally released on PC, this gloomy looking puzzle indie looked like a promising title, one that could easily be another great indie recommendation for my audience. Iris Fall opens up with a little girl named Iris having a strange cryptic dream. The imagery of a black cat and a theater loom in her mind as she wakes up in this otherworldly dimension. Everything seems familiar to her, but not exactly the same. She's also acquired the ability to manipulate shadows, being able to platform through rooms using them. In conjunction with this odd dimension, Iris follows her newfound feline friend, maneuvering the world around her in the process. Iris Fall's story is told through its environment, with hints and clues foreshadowing what's to come. It's simple in that manner, but it fits well with the type of game that Iris Fall is. A short 2 to 3 hour puzzle game without any dialogue, only very lovely cutscenes to guide you down the narrative. Although this story isn't one that'll shock you or have you thinking about it for years to come, Iris Fall was a pleasant adventure equivalent to spending a rainy night with a nice cup of coffee and a good book. It's cozy. Iris Fall is a gothic puzzle game with very little direction. Oftentimes I found myself in a room without any sort of hint other than just interacting with objects, seeing how they affect the room around me, and using my critical thinking to solve the puzzles. It's as simple as it gets, but for a puzzle game of this degree, it works. Iris Fall originally featured a point-and-click controller scheme on PC, and that's translated mostly well on console, with the Nintendo Switch version truly feeling like the most authentic port because of its touchscreen. While you can play with the controller, playing in bed or on a couch with my Switch in hand felt like the best experience outside of the PC version. Gameplay has you control Iris in these segmented rooms that often play with the idea of switches, shadows, and building. A door might be physically too far away to reach, but using shadows, Iris can use a well-placed slanted shadow as a platform. These mechanics are simple at first, but get further fleshed out with modifications over the course of the campaign. While I was using simple slanted shadows as a platform before, later segments had me flipping a 3D set of stairs to both physically and in the shadow realm, platform my way to the door. For the puzzles that didn't use shadows, they usually featured switches that would react to different parts of the room, leading me to activating each one to figure out how they'd react and to each other. Although these mechanics might seem complex on paper, in person they were easy to manage, and even the moments that stumped me didn't stump me for that long. They were adequately challenging. Iris Fall has a beautiful art style that translates well on both the more powerful consoles and even Nintendo's weaker hybrid console. While yes, side by side the Switch runs at a lower 900p in dock and 720p resolution handheld mode compared to the PS4 and Xbox One's 1080p, the slightly fuzzier visuals continue to amaze. That's mostly thanks to the great black and white design choices that let the lighting and shadows do the talking. Objects have refined edges and monochrome art is used cleverly to highlight important objects with ever so slight glimpses of color. As a console experience, Iris Fall is a great time, but I felt it was enhanced as a handheld experience thanks to its simplistic gameplay and bite-sized length. Iris Fall uses its music to cleverly introduce different sections of its puzzles. In a way, these short and simple tunes welcome you to the elaborate puzzles you're about to face. However, once you enter a new room, that music is pulled back, leaving you with just the ambient noise of your actions, which along with the darker art style seems aesthetically fitting to its visuals. In this case, less is more when it comes to audio, and it helps further make that experience immersive. Iris Fall is a lovely presented puzzle game that, despite its short length, offers a great amount of variety with its puzzles. Although the mechanics are simple, the game uses them well to create an engaging time for its 2 to 3 hour runtime. However, I can't say I found myself compelled to play this again after my first playthrough. There's very little replay value for its length and console launch price, and I don't think this port is worth picking up right away. On PC, it currently goes for just over $5, and in comparison to the $20 price on console digitally, $40 if you get it physically, it doesn't seem all that worth it. If you can grab this on sale or on Game Pass in the future, I'd say go for it, or just pick it up on PC right now. Hey everyone, thanks so much for clicking on the video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe and show your support with a like. If you want to keep up with me outside of YouTube, you can follow me on Twitter or join my Discord server. Both are linked in the description. I'll see you all in the next video.